Welcome to Prime Cut, Default Prime's weekly video game news roundup. I'm your host, Stephen Snakeyukin Lindsay, and due to some scheduling conflicts with my normal job throughout the day, this video is going to be up on Saturday. You know, unless YouTube decides to eat my video again. Oh, or unless AT&T decides to randomly drop my internet throughout the day several times. Or unless Care Bears have taken over the world already. If that's the case, I might just be more worried about other things than uploading this video. But on this broadcast, we're going to be revealing a few new characters for Street Fighter X Tekken. Also, we're going to be talking about how Nintendo could be adding some DLC content to certain games. And lastly, we're going to be talking about Mass Effect 3's latest multiplayer trailer. EA has a certain tendency of launching several of their games that have multiplayer in it with an online pass, which is required to play online in these games, so you gotta buy them new because the old person most likely used up the pass. Now the goal of this is to fight used game sales, as it's a terrible, terrible disease we need to fight, like cancer or AIDS. If you buy a used game, you can't play online unless you decide to purchase this pass, which can usually be $10 or $15. Now for a while it appeared that Syndicate would have such a required pass to play, but there's no need to worry anymore, kiddies, as that won't be happening. Jeff Gaiman, executive of EA Partners, stated the reasoning was, "We want as little resistance or barriers to entry as possible. The co-op is equally billing in this. We wanted everyone who owns a copy of the game to have access to the entire product." Now, you might be asking yourself right now, that all sounds neat and all, but why doesn't that reasoning stand up for any other game out there? Simple. This game features more cooperative multiplayer, and not competitive multiplayer. Yep, that's the only reason. Recently, the ESRB has laid down their foot and put down their description of upcoming Street Fighter X Tekken. In their description, they state that the game features some fighters also use laser swords, chainsaws, metal claws, or explosives to knock characters across the screen or onto the ground. Now the notice about the chainsaw has made some believe this means there'll be an addition of the android, Elisa Bonkovich from Tekken 6. As for myself, I'm expecting to see the first appearance of Ash from Evil Dead in a fighting game. Then again, this could all be an exaggeration by the fine random folks of the ESRB. In other Street Fighter X Tekken news, do you remember a few weeks back when we took a guess at what character would be on the PS Vita version due to silhouettes? Well, we now know. Indeed, the character shall be Pac-Man and Mega Man, but not in the format that you'd expect. Mega Man isn't the Mega that we know. No, he's designed like the crappy cover for Mega Man back on the NES. Well, to be fair, people have argued that it was a bad cover, so I guess that version of him is kinda well known? Okay, no, not really. Way too many people haven't even figured out that little trivia question. The other is indeed Pac-Man, who chooses to use a wooden robot to fight for him. Why a robot? Well, why not? Neither of these characters are what people were expecting, and as such, the trailer isn't getting many positive feedback from people. While watching all the previous trailers for Resident Evil Operation Raccoon City, have you been saying to yourself, "Man, I wish I knew that character's name and their class"? Well, strange little person, Capcom has obliged you by releasing a trailer showing off the classes and their names. You know, fancy names like Lupo, Vector, Four Eyes, and Party Girl? How come only one of those names was a real name? I have a feeling people really won't care about the character's name. They're more into the actual classes. Or are they? You know, tell us below. Mushihien. It translates to the Bug Princess, more or less. And it was released back on the PS2 in 2004, and even more lately, was released on those fancy iOS devices. Now it's been confirmed by Cave that it will be coming to the 360 as an HD remake, and will also contain certain features for this release only. This also seems to continue to hint to some that Cave favors the 360 more so than the PS3, as several of their latest haven't even been put on the PSN at all. Oh, and I can also pronounce the name. Mushihima-sama. Close enough. The one game I've been busily playing for the last week has been Gotham City Imposters. And Amy, but that one's only for a review and a game I want to forget. Last week we just had a vague release date of February, but now we have the official release date being set as the 7th for PCs and the 8th for the PSN and XBLA. And I also still stand by what I said last week. It may not do a whole lot to overhaul the multiplayer shooter, but hey, I'm having fun with it. And I can also end up placing in the top 3 quite often, or even be a number 1, baby. Oh yeah. Just released earlier this week, there are already news involving upcoming DLC that will pit you against Lightning and Amador. This will be in the Coliseum, and at the beginning of this battle, you'll only be fighting Lightning, but midway through the battle, Amador will join the fight. Now if you happen to defeat them, you'll be able to recruit them onto your team. Now if this makes any of you fans out there excited, then you'll be even happier to know you won't have long to wait, as it'll be released next week on the 7th, and you'll be able to get it for 240 Microsoft Fake Points, or $3. Hey, at least it's not like some DLC out there where this would be $10 or so to download, or it would just be a new costume for $5. Long overdue and desired by many gamers for years, especially as many other arcade brawlers made onto either the PSN or XBLA. The Simpson arcade game is coming to XBLA, well it came out yesterday, and it'll be on the PSN next Tuesday. Now this game is currently set as 800 Microsoft points, meaning it will likely be $10 on PSN, but we do know that if you get on the PSN and have PlayStation Plus, you can get the game for free. So everyone, get yourself ready to save baby Maggie from the evil Smithers and Burns. Also, be ready to screw up and go DOE! In a recent investors meeting, Iwata mentioned that, what if we could provide add-on content through the network, and stating that this will not only give us new profits, but will lengthen the life of a product. Indeed, those statements are very, very true, and have been realized by other companies for quite a while. He even mentioned that this could add levels to Super Mario 3D Land. All of this is strange, as for all of this time, Nintendo hasn't been joining either Sony or Microsoft with this DLC stuff and other online gaming influences. This could be a very bold move for them, which I guess is kind of better late than never. If you've been following the indie game scene like I have, seriously, I've been following this scene closely for about 4 years now. Anyways, Fest has been in development for quite a while, and it's been one of those games that we've been hearing about for a while, and it keeps getting pushed back from a 2010 release to 2011, and now 2012. Another game is Dust and Elysian Tale. Interestingly enough, both of those games are coming out on the XBLA. Now that there's news of the ESRB front, it's getting a game rating of E for Extreme Dimensions. Since the game now has an official rating, this gives stronger hopes that the game will be coming out soon. That means that's one less game I have to wait so long for. And only one. Ah yes, The Witcher 2. I heard good things about you. Sadly, my custom-built PC by me decided to die right before he came out. Now I'm on a mediocre laptop and I dream of you every night when I imagine my new custom PC, which will come whenever I get money. So, you know, send me money now. For those that don't have aspirations of being one of those PC guys, then you might be happy to hear that we finally have a release date for The Witcher 2 on the 360. Mark your calendars for April 17th as the day The Witcher 2 comes out on the 360. Now the 360 version is offering 3 more hours of content and some tweaks to make it more comfortable for console gamers. In other news involving The Witcher 2, upcoming content will also be worked side by side for both versions. So, let the pointless debates on which is better, the PC or console version. Exclusive pre-orders are nothing new. But I always like it when I get to see what extras I'll be getting if I decide to pre-order from one retailer over another. Lollipop Chainsaw's exclusives are different outfits, but not just so fast either. One of those is Ash from the Evil Dead series. Wow, things are just looping around today. And another is an outfit based on Jimmy Urine. Now to get the Urine outfit, you'll need to pre-order as a GameStop Power-Up Rewards member. For the Ash outfit, just be a normal GameStop customer. Pre-ordering through Amazon will get you a Rockabilly outfit, while through Best Buy, you'll get the Goth Girl and the Golden Foxy Funk outfit. Sadly though, even though there's an Ash outfit, you still can't attach your chainsaw to your hand. Or can you? Come on, Suda, get to it! One of my favorite series that have come out within the current generation of consoles has been the Mass Effect series. Needless to say, I'm excited about Mass Effect 3, but I've not been all that excited for the multiplayer. Primarily as I'm not a multiplayer person primarily, though this could easily be one of those games that does sway me. The latest trailer for the game features the multiplayer element and shows off several of the races that you can play as well as some of the classes you can choose from. Though it almost does seem to come off from the trailer that your race will determine your class or your class will determine your race. So I'm pretty sure I've heard otherwise, so no sense in hyperventilating now. For all, you'll be happy to know that the demo for the game will be coming out on Valentine's Day. Because if you're like me, you'll be single for it. Oh god, why did she have to leave me? Brittany! And with that outburst, it brings us to the end of this week's broadcast. Now for more news involving the video game world, bookmark our website, defaultprime.com, and be up to date on our weekly roundups and our reviews and previews. Subscribe to us as well. And as I always say, till next time gamers.